Hi guys, thank you for coming to EdDoesTechEd. Today I'm actually going to be going over at an overview of the smartwatch by Letsfit, the Letsfit ID205L Black. I found this one on Amazon for around $35.99. I snagged it with a percentage discount, so I was able to pick it up a few dollars less for a little over $30. So be sure to check the prices and whether each item has Prime shipping included with them. So as you can see, there are different colors here available at different prices. On our website, the prices do vary if you choose to have a color other than black. As you can see, it's $39.99 for the black, but it's going to be $42.99 if you choose any other colors. The colors range from black, of course, to a greenish blue, pink. It's not quite rose gold, but it is definitely a pink, and silver. The silver looks really nice. If you go to Amazon, actually, you will see an additional color. It seems like a darker blue. And these are actually purchased exclusively through Amazon, as you can see there. And as I said before, this is going to be an overview of the watch. My unboxing and setup video will be later because it'll be a way too long of a video. So I separated them in 2 to 3 videos just for digestibility. Alright, so as you may have seen already in the clips, this is an all-day activity monitor. Has a few different features, pretty simple basic features that you're not gonna see in a basic watch, but also some features are missing from the more expensive watches. But because this is more of a budget type of watch, the features that they do have are very important to what we would want. So, of course, this is an all-day activity monitor, so it's going to be doing a lot of basic features such as music playing, heart rate, as well as tracking different types of fitness activities. There's also like a relaxation breathing exercise that is actually embedded into one of the functions. We'll go over that in a little bit. So first, let's go talk about the call and SNS notifications. So whenever you do get notifications on your phone, your watch will be able to get those notifications for you. So if your watch is within Bluetooth distance, which is around 30 feet, it will get those notifications for you. You cannot reply to them, but you can hang up and briefly view the notifications that's on there by doing a swipe gesture, as we'll go over in the setup period, as well as the overview of the swiping gestures. The ones they have here is Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook, LinkedIn, as well as a timer/stopwatch. I believe it's a timer notification there. You also get text message notifications and calls, so you can hang up but not answer because this smartwatch does not have a mic that's attached to it or anything like that, so you cannot answer the calls through the watch, unfortunately. The next thing is going to be 24-hour heart rate monitoring, and this is also done through the pulsometer on the back of the watch. You can see there. It's going to be emitting like a green light, and it's going to be tracking your pulse through your wrist. I'm not sure how accurate it is so far. I've only had it for about 4 days, and it seems to not be as accurate as I was actually wanting it to be. I had the Fossil watch as well as the Fitbit HR, and both of those were quicker at actually monitoring and measuring my heart rate. This one takes a good 10 seconds after I click on the heart rate function to even register that I have a heartbeat. So of course I do expect a little bit of lag or latency when I'm actually trying to measure it, but it takes a little bit too long, and it kind of varies between 4 to 7 every which way. So one of the biggest things I'm actually excited about is the battery life. It says here that it has 10 days of usage, and it's not standby time because this has to be 10 days of usage for activity, of heart rate monitoring, and also notifications. Because it says right beside it 30 to 40 days of standby time. And so far, I've been using this this watch for about a week, and it's about 50% on the battery. No, I'll say around 45%. And this is really great for me because my last sports watch I actually had to return because it didn't really perform to my expectations. Was the Fossil Sports Watch. This had Google Wear OS. So the user interface was a bit more complex than this. Also, the OLED, I believe we had an OLED display. So there's a lot more running on the other watch. But so since this watch here, the ID205L Black, it's a bit more basic and has less functionality. embedded within. It's able to actually hold a charge way better than any other watch that are, most likely is more expensive. Even the Fitbit that I had to be charged around 4 or 5 day mark because I'm using it, and the constant notifications or heart rate monitoring kind of does drain the battery. So I don't blame it, but it's really cool that this has a 10-day or 240-hour battery life. So next thing we're going to talk about is sleep monitoring. As you can see here, it says it accurately tracks your sleep, including heart rate, light, and deep sleep. Helps you get better, reinvigorating rest before your next adventure. So it doesn't help you get better or reinvigorating rest, but it does tell you or show you exactly how you're getting some sleep, right? So it'll measure whether you're getting light sleep, deep sleep, based on your heart rate and also based on your movements. I'll give more of my review in the review stage of the video coming up soon. I'm not gonna do it here because it may be too long of a video. This is just the overview of the function. All right, now we're down to the specifications area. It's gonna detail the actual specs for this model. As we said before, it's ID205L. It's gonna show the Bluetooth connection distance, which is 10 meters, 33 feet. It supports a screen type of TFT LCD color screen. The material of the strap is a TPU, so it's more like a silicone fill plastic strap. Suitable wrist sizes 5.4 to 7.6 inches. It has a lithium battery that holds up to 210 milliamps. Working time 10 plus days. Working voltage, if that matters to you, is 3.8 volts. Working temperature is negative 20 degrees Celsius to 60 degrees Celsius, so pretty high and pretty low. Charging time is 2 to 3 hours, pretty quick. Water resistance rating is IP68. Again, water resistant, so do not take this thing out to the lake, to the swimming pool, to the bath. You can wash your hands in it, you can splash some water over it. No matter what it is, even the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch you can actually swim with, but you still want to be careful with all of these things because they are electronics, and this one in particular is not built for water sports. Weight is 1.37 ounces or 39 grams. It's pretty light, so no complaint there. Alright, so I'm going to go over an overview. As you can see me clicking on it, I'm trying to see if there's any other touch functions that would work on it besides the button. It doesn't seem like there's any other one. So, looking into it, the only thing that you can actually click on is that button. Right, we're going to go to the status bar again. We're going to click on automatic heart rate monitoring, and that's going to turn the pulsometer on or off for automatic tracking. The next thing is going to be the wrist sense. So whenever you move your wrist towards you or away from you, it'll turn on or off the display. I leave mine on, and the next thing you'll see is that moon symbol, and that stands for do not disturb mode. So your watch will not disturb you during a certain time that you set within the app. And that one in the bottom right is for the find phone function that you're gonna be seeing when you actually install the app. And if you click on that, it's actually gonna ring your phone until you select on your watch that it has been found. The next thing we're going to do is swipe down. You're going to see the SNS notifications bar. Clicking on that does nothing because it hasn't been set up in the application yet. So let's go to the next screen. You're going to get to the function list. I'm going to click on sport. So this right here, it tracks your exercise data. And this model has up to 9 modes for you to choose from. You'll be able to see more of those when you actually go into the app. So I clicked on one of them. It's going to start your time automatically, as you can see there. You can see the pulsometer finally on, emitting that green light, as I mentioned. The screen timeout's crazy. It's so fast. So right now you can see the time counting down as well as the heart rate. And you can see the calorie range there, burn, amount of steps, and also your pace. You can see me swiping. I'm trying to see if there's any other information there. There's not anything much for me to do. You cannot go back to the home screen. You click that, it pauses the activity. So that's really interesting. You click it again, it pauses. I tried to go back to the home screen from here, like in the other watches, but you're not able to at all. You can see it just counting down. It times out probably after a few seconds. I was trying to do the wrist sense, but it did not turn on, so I was guessing I had to put it on my wrist to actually try it out. So right now I paused it. I'm holding the button for a few seconds, and it says confirm the end of this movement. Yes, no. I click no, and it's still counting down. I do it again, click yes, and it gives me an overview of what I did, the amount of time, steps, the pace, as well as my BPM. and the amount of calories that it estimated that I was going to burn. There's no other option there to click yes, and it takes me back. It's really hard to click on the. You have to be pretty forceful when you do your taps. But it goes back to the home screen. It takes a little bit to actually register here. It really does. So after you work out, you get to give it probably a minute or two to sync up to your phone at the very least, and then it'll show up on both. So I decided to show you a little bit of this. That right there's the heart rate monitor. You click on that. I'm going to show you the timer. Sorry, the alarm, but that's actually going to be looked at through the app to set up. Next thing is this relaxation breathing exercise. It's going to say, please calm down. You put it on your wrist. I put it on my wrist because I thought it would have to be monitoring my blood pressure, or at least my heart rate, to actually function. But I think this is kind of like a cookie cutter inhale, exhale type of breathing exercise. I don't think it has anything that's going to connect your heart rate and the actual exercise itself. I'm confirming I want to end the exercise. Yes or no. I click no, and it's still going on. So I decide to click yes to it, and it ends. There's like no stats or anything like that. I'm going to swipe. I'm going to go to music controller, and as you can see, there's nothing actually connected to it music-wise because it hasn't been connected to your application on your phone yet. From there, you can actually press pause, play, and skip left and right. The next thing here will be the stopwatch and the timer. This is the most interesting function here because I was pretty upset because, of course, you know, once you start either of these, you cannot go back to the home screen. You can only confirm exit or let the screen time out by itself. And because if you exit out, and it stops both of them. So if you want to use your timer or stopwatch, it has to be on this function. You cannot exit it, as you can see here. So it's really unfortunate that this is the case. But I mean, being $35-40, I mean, what do you expect, right? So if I really needed one of these to be running, I'll just run it on my phone itself. All right, so let's get out of that. We're gonna click on Sports Record, and this is gonna show pretty much any activities that you've done prior to clicking on it, of course. There's nothing detailed, like that's all it shows. It just shows like a simple record. If you actually tap on it, it'll show you more details. Under settings, there's only a few things here. Dial is pretty much the watch face. There's only 4 of these. I don't think there's any way for us to customize and get more. Just these 4. The best one is the one that's currently on there. There's a dimming setting here for brightness. There's only 3 modes. Click on About. It's going to show the MAC address as well as the version number of the operating system. And then there's a function there for shut down. So if you want to shut it down, that's what you have to do. So I did want to show you that holding this return button actually doesn't enable it to turn off. So it's me holding for about 3-4 seconds now, 6 seconds, 8 seconds, and nothing's happening. It has to be around 9-10 seconds and nothing happened. Try to turn it off, holding it again, no response whatsoever. So it seems like the only thing you have to do will be to go to the app and turn it off to reboot, or actually go to the function screen and turn it off. So right now I'm going to click on shut down. As you can see here, confirm shutdown. I'm click yes, and it doesn't really say like, hey, goodbye. I turn it back on. I hold it a few seconds here. 1, 2, 3, and you see a little loading screen, and then just nothing, just black. So I didn't say hello. It didn't say, hey, I'm on. It didn't show the watch face. Until a few seconds, I realized, hey, maybe it is on, and then boom, you see it's on. So that was pretty odd. I'm gonna turn the dimming back on because I think I hit it on accident. Turn it back on 3, well, back on 2. Seems to be a good happy medium there. So so this has been basically an overview, like a brief overview of the watch itself, how much it was, kind of what functions there are on it. I'm gonna be going over and creating. I've already created. I'm gonna be posting a video of the application and how to actually install it. So you can see right here in the manual itself, you can either scan this QR code, or you can actually go to the Google Play or the App Store on iOS and type in VeryFit Pro, and it will have the application there that is dedicated to this model of watch. So this next video that I'm going to be having up is going to actually show you the setup process of the application, and just so you can get ready. So if you do plan on buying one of these, this video will definitely help you figure out how to navigate through the application and install everything that you need to install and set up. So I do recommend you follow me on the next video. Feel free to like and subscribe, and also hit the bell so you can get the notification of the next video. I'm going to be going through all the things to set up the application, to set up your music, to set up your alarm, as well as the health portion when we actually get to that part. So thank you so much for joining me here at EdDoesTechEd. This is going to be my first video for an overview, unboxing, and setup for a watch. So thank you so much for staying here, and especially until the end if you're still here. Please like, subscribe if you feel motivated to do so. And also, if you found this interesting, please hit the bell after you subscribe, and you'll be able to see the next videos I'm going to be putting out for this watch and another watch. Thank you again. Have a wonderful day.